shiny, and I'm here today with a very special guest. This is the AlienWare Area 51 M17X gaming laptop, and I have never wanted to do an unboxing video in my life, but this one has really made me want to do it. I mean, how many bits of kit do you know that come with a crushed velvet case like this? And the rest of the box is brilliant as well. I might show it to you later, I don't even know. But let's take a look, shall we? Now, one thing you might notice is it's a bit of a whopper. 5.2 kilograms, that is. So, now, technically speaking, yeah, it is a laptop, but it is the kind of thing that's going to crush your lap. Now, one of the sort of classic things about the Alienware laptops is that they, I don't know if you can pick that up, but they light up. I mean, the style of them is fantastic. They've got not only the, they carry the alien theme all the way. You've got your little alien face on the front. You've got your little alien face down there as well. I don't know if you can pick that up down there. Yeah, that's great. And you can change all those LEDs and stuff, but that's all for show. You don't know about that. Now, what's really interesting about this thing is it's basically got specs just coming out of its 5 USBs and firewires and, you know, everything else you could possibly ever want on a thing like this. Basically, it's, you know, there's a 3D Mark test you can do, and it gets 10,432, which is fine. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, that's all just sort of numbers. So what I did is I put it through a few paces of my own. Now, I didn't actually play any games on it, which is kind of slightly criminal, really, because I didn't really have any. So I just did things like, well, first of all, I opened a Firefox browser, and I thought I'd just open up a few tabs. I got to 50, and it didn't really seem to have any problems. So I opened another 50, and that seemed to be okay as well. Then I realised there was just more of a problem with my internet connection to this computer. So then I started opening applications. I tried Photoshop, and that just seemed to make it a bit angry. I think it maybe even got a bit faster. So I opened up Premiere as well, Adobe Premiere, all sorts. Everything I could find on this thing I opened up, and it didn't really seem to annoy it too much. Now, the reason why that's okay is because this has got an Intel Core 2 Extreme X9000 processor that has a clock speed of 2.4 gigahertz. You can get up to 4 gigabytes of RAM with this as well. Now, this one's only got 2, and I shudder to think what you can get accomplished with 4. As well as that, the really interesting thing from the gaming point of view is it's got dual graphics cards as well, to give you up to a gig of GPU power, which is really rather impressive. I would like to have tested that a bit further myself. You know, you can do just about anything you can think of with this thing, and it is really fantastic. When it starts to heat up a little bit, it does sound a bit like a hairdryer, and it really does go for it. But you can change modes if you don't want to use the full spec. You've got things like the stealth mode here that you can change, and all of this is touch sensitive down here, which is sort of fantastic. But the best bit for me is the screen. Now, it's a 1200p, what do they call it, Extreme HD screen, which is just phenomenal. I've been taking pictures all weekend. Let me see if I can get some of these up, because even my amateur photography is just looks stunning on this. But anyway, what you're looking at for this, now this, if you look at the very bottom end of it, you're talking £1,430. Not cheap, but then you're basically getting everything you could possibly desire, and a 17.5-inch screen. Top of the range, I'm not sure, but you can, you know, if you start getting really spec'd up, it can get pretty expensive. One other thing I really did like about this as well is the optical drive down here is actually loaded in a smart bay. So if you want to change that, even while the machine's on, you can. For example, they do some storage of around a terabyte that you can just clip in quite nicely as well. So you can store just about anything you can possibly think of on it. And all while it's still on as well, which is rather good, I think. You know, they say it's extreme gaming mobile system. I don't know how mobile 5.2 kilograms is, but I suppose if you're going for a LAN party or something like that, it's worth lugging it about. But otherwise, I'd keep it in the home if I were you. But just to give you as well, just a final little thing, just a bit of scale here. Area 51, HP Mini Note. Okay? Area 51, HP Mini Note. The decision's yours. One other thing, I mean, the whole thing I really like about Alienware and what they're doing is their attention to detail. I mean, this is the manual here. You've got like a leather-bound sort of instruction manual with an alien face. You know, they just take care of you. You may spend a lot of money on these things, but you know you're buying something quality, and that's what's really fun about this brand. So you know, it gets my full recommendation, I've got to say. Very good job.